does fat mean today? If you're a model or an actress, you're hardly likely to get the part unless you fit the bill. And even if it's not part of your job, you can still feel the pressure to get in shape, the right shape.
Magazine editors don't decide what society's idea of beauty is. We cover the top designer shows, but they have a very precise idea of the type of model they want to use. That's what people want to see. That's why they buy our magazine.
And what about your own shoots?
We try to be flexible in our own shoots, but it is difficult because we use mostly sample size clothing, which comes in a limited range of sizes. But we do use healthy size girls for our shoots. We're not trying to promote eating disorders, despite the accusations that get thrown at us.
Magazine editors will say that they're not promoting an unhealthy image, but they're aware of how much influence they have over their readers, which is why they get paid thousands of pounds to advertise beauty products, cosmetic surgery, clothes and everything else. Well, these magazines are selling a lifestyle. They're saying that if you buy into it, you'll be happier, you'll get to meet exciting people and travel around the world. They're saying that if you change your body shape, you will have a better life.
I have no doubt that if I lost half a stone, I'd probably never work in TV again. Whenever my agent gets me an audition for something on TV, he'll say to me, if you really want this part, you've got to do something about your body. I've even padded up on occasion, but they do spot that. And if there's any nudity in the film, you're history. At the end of the day, if they want somebody fatter, there's not a lot you can do.
The truth is, clothes look best on fatter women. Women with the right shape. And designers know this.
So Lucia, how do you feel about being labelled a sex symbol?
Well, I don't see myself as a sex symbol, it's just part of my character.
Well, I kind of got into modelling by accident, in a way. It wasn't sort of, my life's ambition to become a model. I went for an interview at a women's magazine, and they just took one look at me and said, well, darling, with that name and with that figure, you should be on the other side of the camera. So that's how it started, really. It's something that occurs to me sometimes, that careers can be very short, but I mean, almost every year I'll stop and think, well, maybe this year they'll get really fed up with me. They've seen me everywhere, they're not going to put me on the cover again. But luckily, I still seem to be quite popular, so no, I've been really lucky. I try not to worry about my weight, I don't do any of those sort of faddy diets, but there is like a pressure on you. You are very conscious of it. I mean, like, I'll go on holiday and say lose a few pounds, and then I just panic and think, I'm not going to get any of the catwalk shows, what's going to happen? But luckily, no, it seems to be quite solid, but I don't really worry about it at all.
I think I was born lucky with this whole persona. It's what's made Missy. However, I think it's a gift that I have, and I have to utilise it. If I didn't, I'd be a fool, So I'm happy with the way I am. I do not apologise for this fact. This is a persona that suits me, and if it suits people to see me on the cover of magazines, fine, I will go ahead and do that, because it's just making me happy. And if it helps make them happy too, well, that makes it even better.
And for those who can't get that shape through traditional methods, there is a quicker, if more expensive route. Dr. Paul Thornton is a cosmetic surgeon who is rumoured to have worked on many of TV's most famous bottoms.
I couldn't possibly comment. It's an innate part of human nature to aspire to a certain look. Some women all their lives feel worthless because they have thin thighs. They think, men won't like me because I don't have big thighs or cellulite. But for some women that's impossible naturally.
So they're doing it for men?
No, they're doing it for themselves. To be able to go out, go to the beach and wear what they like, and not feel inferior. Some people struggle for years to attain the perfect shape. We're letting them live their dreams.
I have considered implants. People want you to have these thunder thighs. It's what you see on the cover of all the men's magazines. Perhaps you just can't succeed in this business without them. I'm still thinking about it.
We do carry adverts for cosmetic surgery because it's a way for people to be in control of the way they look. And to be honest, it's a lot healthier than some of the extremes that people do go to.
I look at people who come here and I don't see their size. I look at their hair, their skin, their eyes, and that's what tells me how drastic the problem is. Whether you're underweight, overweight, or the perfect weight, you can still suffer from malnourishment.
I do worry that my image may encourage eating disorders, but honestly, I don't think so.
I've seen young girls who'll eat nothing but fatty, sugary foods because they're so desperate to be the perfect size 24.
I think the way I am is me. If somebody wants to see me on cover of a magazine, I'm happy with being me. I don't think there's anything wrong with me. I'm not saying it's suitable for everyone. I just think that each individual can find what is suitable for them.
They'll use weight gain powders, any pill that promises to put on weight, and they no longer have a rational attitude to food. They'll be 20 stone and still trying to put on weight because when they look in the mirror, they can't actually see themselves. It breaks your heart.
There are a lot of factors involved. Some of these people are victims of abuse and low self-esteem. We don't create these problems.
What would you say to men and women who do feel bad about their bodies?
Learn to respect yourself as a person, not just what you look like. Being comfortable with yourself is what gives you confidence, and that's what makes people attractive, not how much you weigh.
I think I would say that if you're unhappy, you should do something about it, but not to go to extremes.
I think we all realise how much importance society puts on what somebody looks like. But I think the important thing to remember is that we are society. If you come to realise that it's what's inside a person that's really important, instead of what they look like, then maybe we all can.
Shall I do it again?
Is that too deep for a supermodel?